Hello, friends. We are back continuing our Darkest Dungeon 2 campaign, day 2. This is Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday, the 27th of October 2021. I am not streaming at the moment. I'm just too tired after work, but I thought I want to play some Darkest Dungeon 2. I do not want to do it off camera. Let's carry on. Didn't mention this in the first session because I was streaming, so even in the VODs didn't come up, but you get this splash screen again. I've mentioned this in the past. It's something to pay attention to, I think. But you know what? Darkest Dungeon 1 was very, very hopeless in its tone, and Darkest Dungeon 2 is kind of trying to remedy that and be like, actually, no, this can go well. You are allowed to win. Possibly. It's still early access. They might change their minds. We just about began a new journey at the end of the last session, so let's continue that. I think we didn't really do anything. We just kind of made it to the first. So let's move my mic slightly because it's in the way of my monitor.
Through the incalculable dimensions of human weakness.
I'm always doing that. It's just too many dimensions, dude. The house on the borderlands half swallowed by the stain.
Half swallowed by the
Swallowed by the stain. I was just saying that way. Just saying that. So I assume this is Act 1 of 5. I don't know if there are 5 acts currently. This is still early access, of course. What does that say? Ruin? Captive. Captino. My name's Ruin Captino. Nope, it's no clearer. No clearer when it's in neon. So I am going to be taking this slow. I've been keeping myself pretty spoiler-free, I would say. I've been avoiding other people streaming, even though some of my favorite streamers have been streaming this. Without naming names, big fan of Bear Taffy and Jorbs. Love both of them for unrelated reasons. Oh my god, excuse me. My throat's killing me. I've seen them streaming it, but I've been good, and I've not watched because they're both undoubtedly doing better than I am. So I think we made it to profile level 2 last time, so we haven't unlocked the Hellion yet. Obviously, we'll try her out when we can.
More devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns.
But these are different guys, so they have different quirks. I suppose the originals died, didn't they? That makes sense. He's generous, willing to give what is asked of them. So I assume that's going to affect like non-combat encounters. Off guard, round start, 15% vulnerable or 15% chance to be vulnerable. Combat start days, that's quite bad. Yeah, Photomania. Okay, we want to keep the torch high for his sake. Weak grip, okay, he can use ranged attacks, that's okay. Although, that's not enough of a downside to warrant switching attacks 99% of the time. Her legs are clipping through each other, which I'm not a fan of. That's creeping me out a little bit. Are they? Yeah, they are a little bit. Bon vivant. How did you get access to my list of D&D NPC names? Let's knock one back and enjoy what life has to offer. Great, you're in the right place, buddy. Resolution has sworn off the bottle. And Paracelsus, oh, they all have the same names. That's helpful. Does that mean they're all canonically the same person? So in DD1, each hero, I hate that word for Darkest Dungeon, but each adventurer did have their own default name, like their canon name. But obviously when they actually showed up in your party, they were randomized. Stress knitter, that's exactly what it sounds like. Germaphobe. If blighted, gets stressed out or has a 25% chance to be stressed out. Okay. Let's take the unusual suspects.
The leaves fall, never to grow again.
I'm not making an attempt to smash through these things on the road because I really don't like it as a mechanic, if I'm honest.
Best to take all you can.
Okay, we have a whole bunch of shit. I don't know what the borders are of these. Rarity. Oh no, this is type of item. So we have, yeah, red for combat, green for inn, grey for trinkets. Oh, kind of bluish for trinkets, maybe different types of blue. 15% max HP. One is vague and one is distant. Don't know what that means. Plus 10% resistance against the novel coronavirus. Coach upgrade, 20 relics. Cool, we'll take all of them. And I think I'm being told something by these exclamation marks. Yes, I can equip a trinket. Barristan, you're probably going to be guarding things, right? May have a different skill set than before. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so all joking aside, what is this? Plus 10. It does look like a virus. No idea. 10 okay, yeah, 10 disease resist. I probably could have guessed that. Audrey, I don't want you to get disease, dude. I want you to just chill out, yeah? And I can equip a combat item. Adds 1 strength and 5 speed for 2 rounds. That seems very, very strong. Holy water, combat item, 1 token, negative token, or if Flame Skull removes all negative tokens. What's Flame Skull? Combo. Still not 100% sure what that does. Paracelsus, it seems like you're probably going to be a holy water kind of lady today. Dismas, yeah, you are definitely on stimulants. I can't disagree with that. You have photomania. Let's see if we can get that torch up, I guess.
Your insightful questions during my lectures gave me pause, and I recognized in you something of a kindred spirit.
Alright, let's help out these ladies and lads, or perhaps not. Audrey wants to help them. We light the way for more than merely us. Now, yeah, dude, we have responsibilities. And who are we carrying the flame of hope for, if not for the common folk who need help the most? Dismas, it's on us to carry the torch, and it's a long road. Same thing, then, really. They're happy with each other's decisions, and there's no difference between them. I feel like that's something that might end up being phased out of early access. Maybe not. I think it's actually fine for different characters to agree on things and for it not really to be a significant decision between them. I think that's okay. I think that adds realism, I suppose, if that's what they're going for. Man, I bet every streamer has done the novel coronavirus joke. I've never claimed to be original.
Echoes of allies reverberating in the void.
This aesthetic is very Don't Starve. I mentioned that before, but it's just, it really strikes me how, yeah, I love it. It's a great style. Not suggesting it's stolen or anything. It's if it's an homage, it's an homage. If it's accidental, but it's great either way. We probably want to blight you. Feel like she needs to die first. Can I remember why? I cannot. I'm just going to keep using the moves that worked in DD1, which is really bad, because I shouldn't be comparing DD1 to this game. It's just so difficult not to. I saw Red Hook put out... Oh, shit. Red Hook put out a statement on Twitter that kind of gave the impression, I think, that it was... okay, if this stuns, she's dead, right? Sorry, I kind of gave the impression that they had... Oh, it blinds her. Shit, wrong one. Sorry, let me finish this thought. So Red Hook put out a statement on Twitter that seemed to be in response to negative feedback to Darkest Dungeon 2, basically saying, hey, making a sequel is difficult, and we decided to go in a completely different direction than DD1. But I haven't seen people being negative about DD2 in particular. Like, people will have criticisms occasionally, but I haven't seen anyone being like unfairly like, oh, this game sucks. In fact, I see that a lot more about Darkest Dungeon 1, which is laughably incorrect, I think. So I hope people haven't been being too negative about this game. I especially given its early access and it's been out for a fucking day. I know I have had like a couple of negative things to say about some aspects of it, but that doesn't mean that I think it's a bad game, or I don't know. It's very clearly not. Oh, we can poison dart rank 1. Lovely.
Another impediment cleared with impunity.
So yeah, I hope that people have been giving this the positive feedback that I think it deserves. I guess because Darkest Dungeon 1 was so huge, obviously Red Hook, this is their first release as like a really known quantity, I guess. Because DD1 was so incredibly popular, and rightly so, that it must be stressful for them to release this knowing that people are going to be playing the shit out of it and it's going to be like on everyone's radar. But yeah, it's so far I'm really enjoying it. It's a very different vibe to DD1, but we knew that going in.
The roaring heart does much for the weary.
Excuse me, throat is very dry.
More perhaps for the restless soul.
I've been at work all day just like talking, because you do, don't you? So, okay, mastery train. We don't have any mastery points. Oh, we do have one. That must be from our last campaign. So do they persist between campaigns? Is this like a Hades situation where you start out like far too weak and you're expected to die at some point and come back and become more powerful for subsequent runs? Or like, I say Hades, but I mean like Rogue Legacy, I guess, is the go-to for that. So we can invest a mastery point in upgrading one of these, but I don't know if I click on one, is it just going to upgrade it? Because it's not giving me... I feel like it... Oh, it does... No, I'm just being blind. It does say in orange what the new values will be. Okay. So it's just a bit more damage. It also stuns when the target is comboed. So is combo like the new Mark? Is Mark still a thing? Mark is still a thing, but that's that looks like it's for like a very specific NPC. Whereas combo could be for a variety of effects. And is that stun? That stuns when the target has a combo mark in it. So when the target has had a combo applied to it, it'll stun them. That's potentially good. I feel like we need a bit more DPS. There are some skills that I feel are underperforming a bit, and some skills that I really want to be great. Oh man, it's difficult not to pick that, right? Increasing damage, big increase in crit chance. Importantly, an extra riposte and a dodge. This will grant a riposte when the target is comboed. We don't have anything that inflicts combo at the moment, but I'm sure some classes will do that. I'm just taking Duelist Advance. I don't want to sit here and look through all of my options and weigh them all up against each other. It might be the right... When I put it like that, it feels like something I should do, but kind of want to just get on with it and make mistakes if I make mistakes and, you know, don't if I don't.
Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go.
You don't learn by getting everything right first time, but then you know what? I suppose you don't need to. Okay, do we want Corrupting or do we want Booty? We want to go to the Sprawl or the Fota, the Feta? This coffee is too hot. I picked it up when I was like, I've made a terrible mistake. Okay. So we can go for Corrupting, which gives us minus 20% blight resistance. That seems bad. Our goal is to keep the flame high. And our reward is 500 hopes. Or we could go for Booty. We want to scout academics caches. We get more academics caches, but this time, unlike last time, our goal is not to find a buttload of academics caches, but it's to clear out the lair. What does that mean? It's a good question. I also don't really know what hope is. Let's go for Corrupting. We'll keep the flame high by helping people out in non-combat encounters. That seems to be how you do that. And we'll find out what hope is.
Another nameless city.
Let's go for it.
Another inferno of mutilation and madness.
Let's embark. Journey onward. The Sprawl. So I'm guessing this is a city, like a suburb.
The great city
Okay. Oh, so this is us scouting right now. Okay, that's cool.
and a flame.
I didn't notice this last time. Okay. Let's slay the spire. So we don't... Okay, so combat encounters do make you more powerful by giving you shit, including mastery points, I believe. But we want to keep the flame high, and the way that you do that seems to be non-combat encounters, like helping people out. So I'll tell you what, let's come up here and grab this unknown, and then we'll come up and grab the assistance encounter. Barrister and Audrey seem to be wanting to chat to me. They have... Oh, we have combat items we can equip?
Analysis is invaluable.
Okay.
Until it becomes an excuse for inaction.
Oh, that's spitting facts today, dude. No, I want to go back. Can I go back? Can I go back? I don't think I can go back. I really wanted to. All right, that's fine. That's on me.
Others may flee.
Is there a roundabout up ahead? Or maybe I could do like a 3-point turn and head back. Okay, apparently not. We have a combat encounter though. No big deal. Hopefully I won't do that again. I will do that again.
Though it brings no satisfaction.
The burning pile. We've all had those. Fanatics. Paracelsus wants to kill them. Dismas wants to run away. Running away will reduce the torch. Fighting them will piss off Dismas, but running away won't piss off Paracelsus. Understandable. We gain 1 speed and 1 strength. Let's figure out what that means. These enemies are hail, so I assume they've got a little bit more health, maybe? Oh, okay, because we've ambushed them, I suppose, so we gain extra speed and strength for this combat. Oh, more resistances, okay. Cool. Well, we do have an upgraded Euless advance. Maybe that's what this icon means? What do we want to kill first? The Flayer, the Shaman, the Immolatists, the Immolatist, or the Sacrificial? So these... Okay. I mean, I don't know is the answer. Working on basic video game logic, I would have to say the Shaman. You've got healer vibes. And only 14 health. Beautiful.
Results are encouraging.
Okay. His heart was there. His heart was in it. The flame spreads, so you're going to do something unfortunate when you get to the front, right? You're making your way to the front. I guess we Noxious Blast. They don't have too much blight resistance. We'll Noxious Blast the Flayer. Good crit. Lovely. Crits for ailments seem to work the same in DD2 as in DD1, which is reassuring. Do you want to hold the line? Or do you want to crush? 2 to 3 damage. Do you have... Oh yeah, it has very significant block and dodge. In that case, we're gonna crush you, I think. We'll crush the Flayer. Could kill it? Yeah, okay. It was blighted anyway, but it would have got a turn in if we hadn't hit it. Is our Plague Doctor going to be annoyed that that we killed it even though it had an ailment on it that would have killed it anyway? Apparently not. Right. We'll kill the Immolatist, I suppose, because it isn't blocking or guarding or anything. We can kill the Sacrificial at our leisure. And if it turns out that we can't kill the Sacrificial at our leisure, at least we'll figure out how or why. Tracking Shot ignores and removes dodge. Tactics. Kind of. Basically just using the ability in the manner it was intended. Blinding Gas weakens the target, I believe. What happens here? Sorry, I hit Alt. It's... Don't really know what I'm doing is the thing. What Blinding Gas? Makes them blind. Yeah, that was it. Funeral Pyre. Still don't really know what that does. Oh, she's removing the corpses to allow the sacrificial to get up to the front, at which point it's going to do something. So why don't we knock it back? Doesn't have very much move resist. It is dazed, good. Although it didn't matter at all. That's fine. I love that they've kept the same style of animations, where everything just slows down just a little bit and we zoom in and see it happen. I did like the fact that in DD1, the animation's just a single frame. They weren't actually an animation, it was just some clever camera trickery. It was really, really cool. They've kept the style of that here, but the animations are actual animations this time. Your mileage may vary on whether you like that. I don't think it's bad. I will say I preferred it, the old style, but I think they're both good. Excuse me, sorry. I'm doing my talking that I'm doing. Right, you need to be moved back. I've got a bad feeling about you being in the front line. You wouldn't be trying to move your way up there if you didn't want to do something when you got there, right? Okay, you have 3 turns to live in a vacuum. You have no turns to live. Okay, I think this went pretty well. We need to do... Ooh, oh, okay. That's not the end of the world. We need to do 1 more damage to the Immolatist. That word is going to be the bane of this entire series.
Mistimed. Misdirected.
Oh, Death's Door. Okay, well, it might die anyway. There we go. Gorgeous. Right, I'm just going to open my window because it's really hot in here. I think the heating's on downstairs. I don't want my partner to be cold, but I'm going to open the window up here. Oh, my apologies. I'm in the by far the warmest room in the house. This is a real heat trap, this room. We got ourselves a distant trinket plus 2 speed. That seems like it might be quite good. I stand corrected. Plus 4 speed is... Again, I'm thinking about it in Darkest Dungeon 1 terms. Plus 4 speed. Just if there was a trinket in DD1, which was just a flat plus 4 speed, it would be one of the best trinkets in the game. But this is not DD1. Something which I feel like I have to keep reminding myself. I think I might be clipping a little bit on the mic. I apologize if I am. Right, let's... Trinkets. Paracelsus, you are going to want a plus 4 speed trinket because you are the kind of guy, the kind of gal who likes to inflict debuffs. So you want to have you act before the target can do anything about it. Was that Dismas I put that on? Yeah, I meant Barristan, actually. Because I feel like Hold the Line is just incredibly good on turn 1. Can't use it from where he is, though. But we can use Rampart. Okay. I think that's still fine. This is a combat encounter, I believe. We should be okay. The action economy is on our side. I'm just going to quickly look at the stats, actually. What's her speed? 8? So speed appears to be on the same kind of scale as it was in DD1. Is Throwing Dagger actually good? It does less damage, but is more likely to crit, and it also has a bunch of other effects. We could Poison Dart, though, couldn't we? 0 blight resist. Okay, he's not dead, but once we either do anything or he takes a turn... Okay, he's dead. I should be looking at this more as well. Turns out to be really important to know who's going when. We can't stun anymore. You know, if we want to use Hold the Line turn 1 with Barristan, we should make sure Dismas has more speed. so that he can duelist advance in front of Barristan, and then Barristan can come straight in again. With hold the line. Lovely.
Obstacle in our path.
I'll take plus 10% max HP. We do seem to be becoming quite a lot more powerful with combat encounters if we survive. And there's a bit more out of combat healing in this game as well. I think that's useful. This is a hospital. We wanted to avoid that last time, which was highly relatable. This time we're on our way there. We'll probably have a combat encounter on the road. We've made it this far without one. Okay. We are at the hospital. You can tell because of all the bodies on meat hooks outside. Yep. I can see why you'd want to avoid that hospital. Okay. Don't really know what this is. Plus 5 HP for 3 relics. Heals to max for 3 relics. Okay. So this just heals for in exchange for relics, but we don't need that. Oh, okay. So it was triage for healing, wellness, for getting rid of quirks, I believe. 16 relics to remove off guard. Oh, he's always dazed at the start of combat, so he always goes last anyway. That is bad. Weak grip is not hugely relevant. I think we do get rid of off guard, actually. I'm happy to do that. I don't necessarily think it's the right decision. And this is the pharmacy, so we can buy healing stuff here. Or even trinkets. We can't buy these, but they could be quite good. Combat items. So Blight was likely to be a problem for us here. I'm just gonna buy one. Can I buy one? Do you have to, or two? Do you have to click and drag? You probably don't have to. Anyway. Oh, that'll do for now. Let's carry on. I can't guarantee, by the way, that I'm going to be able to do an entire run in one video every time. Once I get better at the game, maybe, because this is a game you're meant to beat in one sitting, I believe it's like a proper roguelike. Unlike DD1, which was just, you know, it's a combination, or a compilation, I should say, of shorter dungeons that maybe took anywhere between 10 minutes and 45 minutes. This seems like it's going to be a solid hour plus every time. So I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to beat the game in one sit or one video each time, or complete a run in each. You know what I'm saying. You know I don't need to finish that thought. You can finish it in your own head, and then thank me for the pleasure. Thank you very much, sir. Urchin's already dying. Maybe we just carry on killing it.
Excellent work.
Also, if you're ever watching one of these videos and thinking, does this guy know what he's talking about in any context? Or however you want to pass that? The answer is always no. I am a fool and a cretin, or a cretin, depending on how you pronounce it. I hear both. Okay, get riposted. Excellent.
Stumbling and stupid.
He is stunned somehow, that's okay. I think we're going to be okay here. We can not just blast yet. Lovely, we're sort of settling into the rhythm a little bit here.
But effective.
Okay, I ship it.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these.
Removes enemy stealth. Dartboard. 2 targets, -1 strength as an in item. High chance of improving offensive, very small chance of harming offensive. Plus 20% bush resistance. Cool. I'm not sure how much of a fan I am of the kind of mid-run trinket micromanagement. It might be fine, and it's certainly something I'm sure I'll get used to. But for now, I'm finding it difficult to remember who has got what trinkets equipped. Sounds like a me problem though, right? That we've all got our own ideas on how to deal with this. Audrey wants to for very pragmatic reasons, wants to give up some relics in exchange for a bunch of shit. Barristan wants to do very much the same thing for selfless reasons. Dismas, again, very pragmatic. And it looks like the two pragmatic people actually have exactly the same deal going on, whereas the one who still wants to help them, but for different reasons, has a different deal. That's interesting. Oh, and Paracelsus has something too. Leverage will make it easier. Paracelsus, you are a wild card. 30 torchlight, though. Do we extort these people for 30 torchlight and a bunch of stress? Everyone else is down with it. Everyone else is totally okay with it. Paracelsus doesn't like anyone else's ideas, but everyone loves Paracelsus's idea. Maybe because they're thinking the same, but they don't want to admit that they have selfish motivations. We do want 30 flame, though. That's very important. I'm happy to give up some relics in exchange for not being super stressed out and maybe getting some other rewards.
The Wainwright awaits.
Yeah, dude.
To ply his trade.
What do you want? You have combat. You want a combat item? I can do that for you. Anti-venom. Smelling salts, maybe. Does seem quite good, doesn't it? Smelling salts it is. Here's daze and stun. Will I ever remember to use them? Good question, dude. And I think we should continue a hero story. We started Dismas' story last time of him breaking out of jail. Why don't we take a look at someone else's story this time? Perhaps later we can get a drink. Paracelsus and Barristan. Oh, Audrey's not going to like that. This cursed coach is a bouncing racket. Yes, it is, Barristan. No need to get all stressy over it.
We must understand the past if we are ever to be free of it.
Okay. Freedom was nothing like what I'd hoped for. My ambition outflanked my fellow officers at soirees and mock skirmishes. Tradition drove us into each other's arms, or estates, rather. The jeers, the whispers, they pushed me deep into my studies. Let's check out Paracelsus.
Plague Doctor. Chapter 1. The Good Student.
She looks so cute. I don't know if they intended that. I'm sure they did, I mean...
Her unconventional theories created nothing short of a scandal in her 4th year. The mocking whispers and scornful glares of her peers and professors had an ironically invigorating effect on her extracurricular experiments. The mysteries of the human body, of life and death itself, hovered just above her scalpel's reach. If only she could acquire a corpse of sufficient freshness.
Celsi, what did you do? Oh wow, that's not what we expected. Not what I expted. Okay, so we last time we had Dismas undergo a fight with some prison guards. It looks like this is just a narrative one today. 1 mastery and emboldening vapors. Target gains strength. I think. I must remember these icons. At some point I will. Celsi. Come on, buddy. Tell me what you did. This doesn't strike me as being that good, at least for someone who doesn't know anything about the game and doesn't know which enemies are likely to inflict these statuses. So we'll take Emboldening Vapors. Am I going to try it out? I mean, maybe. It's possible. I won't guarantee it, though. Lair, high risk and reward. Well, I mean, is it really high risk if it's not a choice? If it's something you have to do, is that a risk, or is that just a danger? I don't know. I'm no philosopher. Gonna make it through this hallway fight first. Impervious enemies. That seems unfair. Plus 40% stun resistance. That's okay. That's not too bad. You are stealthy and very critful. Terrifying. I wonder if I get rid of the stealth, will it also get rid of the crit buff? Much to think on. I can't, though, so I guess I won't bother. Yeah, I can't get rid of the stealth with Audrey. Who can I? I'm sure I can with someone. Could go Blinding Gas. Could go Noxious Blast. This is just one target, right? This is just one target? Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I will check out what strength does, though. Next attack deals plus 50% damage. Seems almost objectively bad, right? Like, because this is only going to be half as good as the next attack. I must be missing something there. I would rather just blight the Woodsman. Get his health ticking down.
An unavoidable end.
We're probably not going to kill this no matter what, so I do want a Duelist Advance and get a riposte going. This has been a pretty slow first turn, which is not ideal. In Darkest Dungeon, you really want to, hammer them as soon as you can and prevent their ability to kick your ass in the second turn. We can't attack the urchin. We can carry on poison darting, though. This is good if it lives 2 turns, which I think it will. Can't hit the back line very effectively anyway. Oh, that's rough. There's the crit, yeah. Well, we can Wicked Slice you, and I think we should, because I think next turn you're probably going to send yourself to the back again and then stealth. Okay, well, we can ignore guard under some circumstances. Not these ones, though. No, not these ones. It's okay. What does Bear Trap do again? Immobilize, of course, so he can't go outside of the front line. Obviously, that's going to be guarded, but... And he's blocked as well. Or he is blocking, rather. So if I Duelist Advance, Dismas won't move forward, presumably. But let's check that out. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Pick to the face. Pick to the face. Pick to the face. Swinging a pick into someone's face will harm them. So I really felt like it was a good move for those reasons. I've got to say, this is going better than the last one. Going a lot better than the last run. I was already down to 3 people by well before this point in the last run. Paracelsus died at her first opportunity, and Barristan was very keen to join her. Gorgeous.
All problems have their solutions. The big ones.
We love to see it. So one thing that I do really like, actually, is that you can't make like big important upgrades outside of the inn. Like, you can swap trinkets around, but you can't like allocate masteries outside of the inn or anything. So am I going to get a choice here whether to fight something big? You know I'm going to take it if I do, but nope. Okay, high risk, high reward. These are cultists, right? Don't know what this means. Wish I did. Would love to know what this means. These look like death saving throws. We have fought these before. It was fairly tough, but we made it through. I do want to kill the shaman. I think we just nuke you down. Okay, so our grave robber will go now. Flashing daggers is normally quite trash, but it'll kill rank 3 if it hits, so might as well do a bit of damage to rank 2 as well. Noxious blast. I don't know, man. Doesn't really give me any more information. That's okay. I don't think I need more information. I think I'm going to kill the Whipper. This one I think can probably just do physical damage. Yeah, just regular attacks, a little bit of stress. That's fine. Understandable. Irritable. That would make sense. Oh, so it brings her forward and immobilizes her so she can't move back. That's actually quite scary if it hits the wrong person, yeah. It's actually quite good for her, though, because she can use Incision if she needs to. And it will bleed as well, but I think I'd rather Blight. They have no Blight resist, although it looks like they maybe... I don't want to say it looks like they should, but it looks like... It looks like they should, you know? So it's 6, so I need to do 2 damage to you. I can hold the line. That does enough damage and moves forward. Has some other effects as well, of course. You are dead. Yeah. I mean, this sucks, obviously. We'll pistol shot instead. Okay, so this Whipper is going to get 1 attack in and then die immediately. That's fine. You're ignited. Seems scary. Don't really know what that means. Yeah, we can just kill you with Riposte. We should try to attack, even if we're... You're pretty buff, but I think attacking is actually still okay here. Okay. Yes, I understand why I shouldn't have done this, but I did it anyway. I still don't know what this is. It looks like Ignite, but I can't actually see any indication of it being a thing here. I don't know. I don't know. It's not Controlled Burn, is it? No. Inflicts 2... It's a condition. Okay, it's a condition, so I should be able to tell in here. Oh, it's Burn. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. He only has 1 dodge and 1 riposte, so hopefully that will get rid of both of those tokens. Burning Skewer. So this is just another type of damage over time, then. That's fine. We can deal with that, can't we? Gonna riposte? Is that a big problem? Kinda, yeah. I don't like it. But you're gonna do it no matter when I hit you, so we'll get rid of that token. Since we don't have any better ways to get rid of that token at the moment. With Duelist Advance, grab ourselves another riposte. So it seems like these tokens aren't time limited. They can stack up as high as they need to, which is good, I think. I'm going to tentatively say it's good. It's certainly not how they normally work, so I like that it's original. Okay. We looted. Oh, okay. These don't seem that good. It doesn't say how many relics we got. I'm gonna escape. Okay. I wanted to carry on, but also I think we could just... I think it's just going to give us harder and harder fights until we either escape or die. And I kind of want to just see if I can get to the end of this video. So, well, that's what I'm going to do. To be honest, I'm not convinced I can. We're already 3/4 of an hour in. And it's getting pretty late in, like, real time right now. I'm recording this after work. So I don't think we'll be playing for too much longer in this video. Maybe we'll just get to this watchtower. But yeah, we'll resume this in the next video. If not, if we don't die here, I would rather not. I'm starting to like Poison Dart a bit more. Everyone's going first, which is nice. Noxious Blast should not quite kill it. But, okay, I'm going to use Duelist Advance on rank 2, so I'm going to use Crush on rank 3. And yeah, Duelist Advance. Oh, lovely crits. You very simply love to experience it. Ooh, okay, but only 50% chance. Still, that's an average of 1.5 stress to state the obvious slightly. Loving these riposts, dude. He is blighted? Do we just want to get rid of the blights? Essentially heal for 6? Sure. I think that's sensible. And obviously it would improve their relationship, that makes sense. In games with affinity systems, and this is something that's been talked about to death in other contexts, but in games with affinity systems, you rarely see in-game mechanics having a serious effect on characters' relationships with each other. And I really like that Darkest Dungeon 2 is doing that. I know it can't possibly be the first, but it's nice anyway, because in like, I don't know if you guys remember Final Fantasy VII having an affinity system where, but late in Disc 1, spoilers for 1997's FF7, by the way. Late in Disc 1, the protagonist, Cloud, would be asked out on a date and go out on a date with someone at a theme park, and which character asked them out depended on how you treated them throughout the game, but it didn't take into account combat, it didn't take into account, like, letting people die or, like, healing other people first, but it did take into account things like talking to certain characters first after a cutscene. So I like that there's like combat mechanics for that as well in DD2. Oh, my skin is so shiny in this light. I'm such a shiny boy today. Sure. Ablative. What's that got to do with burning? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being an idiot, but if something is ablative, it erodes something, right? It's like an ablation is like an erosion of tissue, usually, I think, right?
Human learning and achievement ruined by riotous contempt.
Okay. Gonna end this video talking about medical ablations. Fantastic. Well done, streamer. The Watchtower. So this auto scouts everything? Holy shit, dude, that's crazy. Well, I think I'm going to head off now because this video is encroaching on an hour long and we're only halfway through what I believe is the first act. So yeah, we'll end it here. But thank you guys for watching. I am really enjoying DD2. Yeah, I'll see you next time. See you in the future and the past.